Well, hey out there, fellow gardeners and beekeepers, it's Kathy the Neighborhood Gardener. So I haven't put a video out for a while, so I thought today I am going to tape what I'm doing to share this with you, and I'm going to make sure I get that out this weekend just to stay in touch with everybody. So I'm always learning in beekeeping, so much more to learn. And what I am going to show you today, I'm just going to take you along with me as I do one of my Varroa mite treatments on my hives. So this time around, I am choosing to do an oxalic acid vaporization treatment on my bees. Everybody has a different opinion of how they want to treat their bees, and this is what I've decided I want to do for my bees. My very knowledgeable, really good friend Angie taught me how to do this last night. She had me over to her house. She let me treat her hive, so I had a good feel for what I was doing. It's really a simple treatment, but again, everybody has their own ideas of how they want to treat their bees. This is how I have chosen to do mine. So I am just taking you along with my experience. The experience that I did yesterday, I'm going to show you what I've learned. So again, I'm not here to teach anybody. I'm just going to show you what I'm doing. And so a couple of the things with this oxalic acid treatment, by the way, I did my mite washes yesterday. For the last couple of days, I got into all of my hives. I had a total of 6 hives, and my mite load was above the normal range of what your mite levels should be. Not as terrible as I had thought they would be, because of the bee population exploding. Your mite load explodes as well. So it wasn't that bad, but they definitely need to be treated. So what I'm going to be using today is this ProVap, and this is my friend. She let me borrow this. She showed me how to do it. So what I have to do first of all is I have to go out and drill a hole in my hives, each of the hives. So this tool, this little end part right here, will go right into the hive to release the oxalic acid vapor into the hives. So want to make sure you wear a respirator and eye protection as well. And I'm going to go ahead and get started. It really doesn't take that long, but since I don't have the holes in my hives drilled yet, we'll see how that goes. The vibration of the drill and the sound is probably really going to tick them off. So I'm going to just in case, light my smoker up a little bit. I expect the bees to go a little crazy while I'm doing that. Anyway, you'll get to watch it. So come along. I've learned from my friend Angie how to do this. I'm just going to let you watch me do it. This may make you think about doing things a little differently in your hive, or you may disagree with this treatment altogether, and that's okay. I'm just taking you along for my experience. Anyway, here we go. Okay, so here I am. I'm out behind my little, I call this my nuke apiary. I've got 2 of the honeycomb nukes. They're the double, these right here are the double-decker nuke. It's a deep and a medium, and I've got one on the other side. And then over here on the side, you can also see I've got a little plastic pro nuke that I'm gonna be doing as well. It's one of the splits. So I'm going to go ahead and drill in. I'm going to smoke them real quick, and then I'm going to get this started. So let's see how it goes. I've got my drill. It's about a 3/8 inch of a drill bit, and I've just kind of marked it. That's as far as I need to go. I just need to get that hole in the back. So let me bring you just a little closer here. Okay, so all the holes are drilled. Get that out of there. And then what I'm just gonna go do now is I'm gonna get that vaporizer, bring all that over here, get my respirator on, and we'll start that treatment. Okay, so I've got everything set up here. I have my oxalic acid. I've got my teaspoon to measure with. So what you do is you take the oxalic acid, and it is going to go in these little cups here that It's just like that. And then this will fit, you'll turn it over, I'll show you. And then this part of the vaporizer just fits right over that. And then it will melt it immediately because I'll heat this up once it's in there. Only takes a minute. And then I will stick it. I measured to make sure that my holes were good for this size. And then I'll stick it in there. And then when it's in, then you turn it like this and the vapor will start going in. And when that is finished, I got some golf tees for my friend John, thank you. Golf tees, and what I just did, I just cut them down like half the size. I just used my scissors, cut them down, and then when you're done, when the treatment's over, I'll just plug this hole up with the golf tee. And the bees, the reason for that is the bees will eventually propolize this hole shut, and this will just make it easier to get back in the next time I have to treat. They'll sure propolize inside around this, but I can just take a little pliers and get it out if it's that stuck, so that'll make it a little easier. So anyway, I'm gonna go get my respirator on now and come back and do the actual treatment.
Okay, and make sure before you do the treatment, if you have a screen bottom board, make sure you put your solid bottom boards in so you'll be able to track what your mite drop is. And one of the things I do on my bottom board, I'll spray a little bit of PAM, cooking spray anytime, and then that will help you clean your bottom board off after you see what's been dropped on it. So just a little tip, you don't have to do that, but it does help, it works. Okay, so I've got my respirator on. Make sure that you've got a really tight fit on the mask. I hope you can hear me through this. I'll try to talk really loud. Anyway, what I'm gonna do now is plug in the vaporizer that will heat it up so then I can put it on top of the oxalic acid little cup. So I'm gonna get you a little closer. So you just put this in your cup. Like that, you can see that. Here. All right, and then I'm just going to plug this in. I've got a guard bee around me here. They don't like this. Okay. And I also brought a rag with me because this gets really hot. And you can kind of see right here, hope you can see that. This is the temperature here. It only takes a minute or so for this to get up to about maybe between 200 and 250. And once it gets to that, then I will go ahead and put this cup on there. And it's heating up. It's going to take about a minute. You see that heated up pretty quickly. So what I'm going to do now, just put this, I hope you can see, I hope I've got this angled up high enough. So this goes on here, sits down over like that. Okay, and you can see it's on that cup. And then once it goes in here, in like that, and then when you turn it over, if you can see that, the vapor's coming out of there. I hope that's showing up. And you just leave it in for just about a minute, or when you see that smoke is enough. And that vapor goes all through the hive, lands on the bees, and any mites that are on the bee, it will kill them. And you can see if I pull this out, I'm hoping you're getting a good angle. It's hard for me to see with this respirator mask on as well. Let's see. So if I just pull it out, you can see not much left. All right, and that is pretty much all there is to it. I'm going to put this golf tee in here, and this hive is done. So I'm going to go ahead and move along to the next hives and get that done. It's like living in the desert out here today with the heat and humidity in the middle of June and this respirator. So I just want to move quick and get out of the heat. So I appreciate you all watching this. I hope you learned a little something and maybe makes you think and look into a little more education on bees. Thanks for watching. I appreciate your time as always. Take care out there.